Good morning. We need to thank Jim Topkoff for rounding up Dignity Memorial's booklet that is one of the handouts for you. It's a good booklet there. And Bill Bridges for coordinating Olinger here with this morning, who brought more copies for you. And as you cannot necessarily read the fine print on the slides up here, you have a copy or should have a copy of my slides. There are 10 important facts about your VA burial benefits. The U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs benefits do not cover all of the funeral or cremation arrangements of honorably discharged veterans. That's the only one I'm going to cover. So what is covered? It's important to note at this point that most of the forms that I'll be talking about during this presentation are listed on the last page of your slides. So everyone take a look there. You know you're going to have them. You don't have to be trying to follow along on the slides themselves. The maximum allowance that the VA will authorize $2,000, and that's for a service-connected or disability-connected death. $2,000 there for a maximum allowance of a unrelated death is $828. Whoever is going to be filing the claim for these benefits after your demise, we use VA Form 20-0995. And to substantiate the claim for your benefits, VA Form 21530EZ. This is for non-service connected, filed no later than 2 years after death. There is no time limit on service-connected allowance, plot or interment allowance, non-service-based or VA hospitalization death, or transportation of the decedent. So what do you need to file this form? You need a copy of the death certificate to include cause of death. That cause of death is very important. And a copy of your DD 214, plus any receipts if you're buried in other than a VA cemetery. Other reimbursements that you may be eligible for: Social Security entitlement, $255. This is a one-time lump sum payment, and you must file Social Security Administration Form 8 within 2 years of death to be eligible for that $255. A lot of officers back during my era carried government life insurance. A few enlisted men did, but not everybody did. So if you have VA or government life insurance, you'll file Form 294125. There's also the Survivor Benefit Plan. That's DD 5656-7. This survivor benefit plan was something that you signed up for within 20 years of your separation. And there was also a 20-year qualification after your separation that you could sign up for it. Not too many people did. But it provided financial support for spouses and children. And it was up to 55% of your retirement pay. You'll need to provide evidence of your claim showing one of these descriptions is true. The veteran died from a service-connected illness or injury, or the veteran didn't die from a service-connected illness or injury, but was eligible to receive VA compensation for a service-connected disability rating as totally disabling for at least 10 years prior to death. As a spouse, you live with the veteran without a break until their death. You were married to the veteran for at least 1 year. You had a child with the veteran. Totally disabling means that the veteran's injuries made it impossible for them to work. Other reimbursements, DIC. Dependency and indemnity compensation. If you retired, your surviving spouse or disabled children can be eligible for DIC. This is a VA Form 21 Papa 534, and it also includes the Form SSA 24 for the Social Security Administration. That form will be processed by the VA for you, and it gives you whatever benefits you had in the last remaining month of your life. Your slides show the amount of money that's eligible. E1 through E6, 16, 12, 75. If I died, which I probably will not from any service-connected disability, my wife would be eligible for $1,837.09 a month. I have the warrants on there also, and the officers. They're included in your slides. So where do you start? Application for pre-need determination of eligibility for burial in a VA National Cemetery. Unless you've got a plot somewhere else and you're going to be buried in a national cemetery, VA Form 410007 to the National Cemetery Administration. Include a copy of your DD 214. You will get back a letter authorizing your burial in a VA or National Cemetery or Indian land. What else should you plan for? How about a letter of other information needed, like your passwords, your bank accounts, if you got some secret bank accounts that your wife doesn't know about, where the titled automobiles are located, where your wills file, the location, etc., everything. And discuss your burial wishes with your family as authorized. For mine, I want twin bugles playing echo taps, and I want the song Old Violin by Johnny Paycheck. VA Form 41007, application for pre-need determination. VA Form 21 Papa 530EZ, application for burial benefits. VA Form 21 Papa 534, application for dependency indemnity compensation, DIC. VA Form 21 Papa 0969, income and asset statement in support of the claim for pension. Social Security Administration Form 8, application for lump sum death payment. VA Form 294125, claim for a one-time lump sum payment of government insurance. I found after I did all of this presentation, putting it together, everything, VA pamphlet 27181, which you should have a copy of. This is a workbook where you will fill out everything that's been talked about here today. Good piece of paper. I wish I'd have found it earlier. Use this one to plan all those others. Google, how do I report a veteran's death and how do I schedule a burial for a veteran? That's information for whoever's going to be doing it for you. Make sure to print the instructions for each form. You will find these forms on va.gov/forms and complete your part now. There's no one going to be here to do it much for you afterwards. Any questions? This was quick. You've got the paperwork. Follow it. Plan for your demise because it's coming. I look around here and I say every day, who are all these old people? Thank you.